This video will show you how to set up a Site-to-Site IPSEC VPN on OPNsense and pfSense without yapping the Swedish way. Have you tried turning it off and on again? First of all, if you haven't set up OPNsense or pfSense, I have videos on both of those firewalls. So press top right, I will link the full setups so you can do that step by step. Here in front of me I have a brief topology so you can follow along. Here are the OPNsense to the left, pfSense to the right. It's in my lab environment, so it's going to be on a private network. Then we are going to establish a site-to-site VPN tunnel, and then we are going to hook up some clients so we can test the connectivity between two different LANs, one of each side of the firewalls. On the left we will have a LAN of 10.1.1.0, and on the right we will have a LAN of 10.2.2.0, so it will be a -24 on each side. I will take a print screen of this one so we can have it on screen. So it will help us a bit to follow along. I am going to go to the Linux Mint, so we are going to start with the OPNsense side. I will start a ping towards the Windows 10 machine so we can see that it's not working right now, of course, because we haven't set up a tunnel yet, but I will have this pinging in the background. And I will do the same on the Windows machine towards the Linux machine. So that will ping 1.1.100 like this. So it's going to time out. We are going to log in, and you go with a root if you haven't changed the default username on the OPNsense. I have changed a password, but it's a vanilla configuration of the OPNsense firewall. So this is a fresh installation. You can see firewall rules. There are no rules more than the standard rules here. We are going to go directly to VPN IPSEC, and we are going to start with pre-shared keys because that is needed when we are setting up the connection. So here we will press the plus sign, add. The local identifier is going to be the WAN address of this firewall. So it's going to be like this. And the remote identifier is going to be the other side WAN address, like this. Pre-shared key, here we type the long password that we want to use. Now for demo, I'm just going to go with ABC123, and the type is going to be PSK, which is pre-shared key. I will hit save, and I will hit apply. Now when we have the key, we're going to go to connection. We hit the plus sign here. And in OPNsense, you first set the phase 1 like other VPNs if you have done it before. But then it differs. So we are going to start with the phase 1, and it's going to say enable, and proposal is where you choose the algo, the hash, and the keys. So we are definitely not going to use default. I will use some strong industry standards here, and that is AES. If you want a really fast tunnel, you go with 128. If you want a bit more secure, you're going with 256. So this is the encryption itself, how much it scrambles each packet, you can say. But I will go with 256. And then if your firewall support it, now we're using OPNsense obviously, so it does support GSM, which will offload the software some and do some hardware acceleration. And for a SHA, which is the hashing, 256 is okay. And the Diffie-Hellman group is recommended 21 if you're going with AES 256. So that is what I'm going to use. Here for IKE versions, definitely go with IKE version 2. Mobike is really not needed when doing site-to-site VPNs. It's more like if you are roaming while you're VPNing from maybe your home to your internet cafe, then it can keep the session. Local address here, it's going to be the WAN address. So I will put the WAN address. Remote address is going to be the other side WAN address. DPD is dead peer detection. And yeah, we can put something between 30 seconds to a minute here. And I will go with 30 seconds. And here we can say, for example, P1 to pfSense. We hit save. Next, it will ask us for local and remote authentication. And here is where we are going to use the pre-shared key that we did earlier. We did an identifier when we made the pre-shared key. So it's going to check, okay, it's this tunnel, then we're going to use this key. We don't need to specify a specific key here. Just make sure this connection is pre-shared key, and it will automatically choose the key that we did. So just hit save. Same goes for the remote one. Pre-shared key, no certificates, no CAs or anything. We can just hit save. If I can hit the button here. There we go. Let's put that back. Children is what in many other firewall is called phase 2 or local networks. So we will make a new entry here. I will put this one top right for now. And we will hit the plus sign here, add. It's going to use the phase 1 of the one that we just did. Definitely tunnel mode, so we encrypt all the traffic. And it's going to be policy based, so we will not need to make any special static routes. It's going to make that by its own. What we need to change here is ESP proposal. And this is going to match the one in the phase 1 algo. So here we will go with AS256 GCM. And in the phase 2, you do not need to specify a hashing SHA, and that is included in the GCM. Here we can see actually that we have on the left, it says default, so you have to be careful not to choose too many. So we are going to press the little sign here to take that one away. So we only have this one. If you're connecting to some older hardware or older firewalls, you can add other proposals for compatibility, but I'm pretty sure this one works great together with the pfSense. Here for local and remote, we're going to put the different LANs. So we are now on the OPN side, and we're going to put in this LAN address. And it's not going to be the LAN address of the OPNsense, it's going to be the LAN network. So it differs a bit. So it's 10.1.1.0 dash, let's set common 24. And then we're going to put the remote network that is 10.2.2.0 and a dash 24. Description, sure, we can put P2 to pfSense and hit save. We hit save again. And we enable IPSEC. It's a small checkbox here, so it's easy to miss. You hit enable IPSEC, hit apply. And then sometimes it's apply settings or something top right, but okay, so this looks good so far. It's a firewall, it needs rules. So now we need to go to the firewall section, hit up rules, and then we are going to have a tab called IPSEC that wasn't there before. So we're going to hit that one. We will press the add. This is a lab, so I'm not going to specify too much here, but we do need this rule to allow the traffic. So we'll just keep it a pass. I will keep it, I will log it if we have any hiccups, and then I will just press save. So everything is allowed over this IPSEC tunnel for now. If you are connecting through the internet, I'm not. This is a lab environment. I'm using my private LAN. But if you're doing that, you will also need some WAN rules. So I will show you that quickly, just what you need if you're connecting over the internet. So we will need protocol ESP. We will save that one. You will need UDP, and it will be port, or we can call it maybe IPSEC. That's not traversal. It's save. So that is 4500. We need port 500 also, and it's also UDP, and that is called ASAKMP. And hit save. So these are the 3 rules that you need if you are going through a true internet on the WAN side. Alright, that's actually it for the OPNsense. Now let's go to the pfSense. The ping is timing out, that is expected. But let's log in to the pfSense and see if we can set this up. Sign in. Let's go to the VPN tab. You press IPSEC, and here it's called P1 and P2. So we're going to start with the P1, phase 1. For description, sure, we can say P1 to OPNsense. Make sure we have IK-V2, IP4. The interface is going to be this WAN side interface, and the remote one is going to be the OPNsense WAN address, which is 172.16.1.111. We're going to use PSK, and here we can see we're going to use ABC123. Of course, here you can generate a more secure one, but we are going to use this one for now. Here comes the algo, and here we have AES 128 right now, but we're going to choose AES 256 GCM. The key length here is not in play when you're choosing AES 256 GSM, so you can ignore that. SHA, go with 256 or 512, but make sure to match the other side, otherwise it's going to be a problem. So other side we have SHA 256, and for this algo I would recommend going with the Diffie-Hellman 21. Alright, here we have the lifetime 28,800, and this can differ a bit between different manufacturers and different standards, but this is quite common nowadays for the phase 1, which is 8 hours. So this one paired with 3,600 for the phase 2 is quite common. No need to bother with the other rekey or random times. Net traversal can be set to auto, but only keep it off if you're sure that you maybe have a dedicated fiber with no other NAT devices in the way. Mobike is going to be disabled. DPD is the dead peer detection, and 30 is a good number here. And we can hit save and apply. Now we are going to go for phase 2. Add phase 2, the green button here. We can say phase 2 to OPNsense. No disable. Mode is going to be tunnel, so we encrypt all the traffic. The local network is going to be our LAN segment. And the remote network is going to be a network, and it's going to be 10.1.1.0 and a -24, so that is correct. Here we are on the phase 2 proposal, so we can see it's quite different from the OPNsense how it's laid out. We are not going to use this, we're going to use the same algorithm on the phase 2 as the phase 1, and that is AES 256 GCM. And hash algorithms is not needed when we're using 256 GSM because it's hashing within this algo. pfS key group is perfect key security, I think it's called, and that is that it will do a key exchange even on the phase 2. So if you want extra security, make sure to have this one also set. And here we will use the same as on the phase 1. This is the phase 2 lifetime 3600, so this is an hour, it's okay. And then we can just hit save and apply. So now we have both phase 1 and phase 2 also in the pfSense. Same goes here. We need some firewall rules, so I will hit firewall rules. We will also have here an IPSEC tab. Hit add. We're going to have pass, IPSEC, IPv4, protocol. If we only had TCP here, the ping is going to fail. So this could be a trap if you're testing ping connectivity. Either way, you put ICMP if you're only going to ping. Here we are going to do any, as it's just a lab. Let's hit log. If we are bumping into some trouble, we can hit the log. Hit save. I think the apply is behind here somewhere, so I'm going to make this one smaller and hit apply. And same goes here. If you're actually connecting through the internet, you will need some rules for the WAN. So I will show you just briefly how to put that in here also. So we will have ESP, pass, any, hit save. We will have pass, protocol, UDP, and here we will have the port. There we have the NAT traversal. Hit save. Then we are going to have UDP again. And the port is going to be 500. See if I can find it. Or I find, yeah, it's right there. And we hit save. And once again, we hit apply. All right, that's it for setting up the tunnel, the rules. Let's check status, IPSEC, and okay, let's connect. All right, so we can see that the ping has started to work. That's great news. Let's check the other side that it's also working. We go to the Linux Mint and to the ping. And we can see that we have connectivity from this side also. So yeah, that's it. We have connected the OPNsense and the pfSense through an IPSEC site-to-site VPN. Hope you guys learned something. Like and subscribe for more content like this. See you next time. Bye bye.